Hello YouTube, Jonas Weafield here once again for another game review, this time on one of my favorite games of all time. Now, in the Super Nintendo vs. Sega Genesis video that I did, this game lost a battle to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It is Super Godzilla for the SNES. Now, this game was a sequel to Godzilla 2, which was a terrible game, and I've only played twice because it's awful. But that game was a sequel to Godzilla Monster of Monsters, which was a good game, and that's why a lot of people expected a lot out of the second one. However, people weren't sure what to expect from Super Godzilla, and that's why some people loved it, some people hated it. Some people say it was too repetitive, others don't. I am one of the people that don't. The reason why, A, it's Godzilla. I love Godzilla. B, it adds, a lot of cool new things, like Mecha King Ghidorah wasn't in the other two games. Let's see, Biollante wasn't. Or, I don't think. No, Biollante wasn't. But most importantly, Bagan wasn't. Bagan was an enemy in the game that was all new. He was the final boss. He was so devastating. But anyways, we'll get to Bagan here in a minute. In this game, I believe there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6 levels. And, I mean, you go around destroying the city, but the music's really cool, too. It has the Godzilla theme, it has a lot of cool music. Nothing you really hate, but, it's just something that gets you amped for a boss fight. And you take damage from destroying buildings, which is the only bad thing I can really say about it that shouldn't occur, because Godzilla destroys it all the time, or destroys them all the time, sorry. And, you go around different environments. Sure, they're all cities and stuff like that, but there are 2 levels. Well, they're different cities. But, yeah. There are also, like, forested areas and mountains and stuff like that you go through in, I believe, only 2 levels. You go through the water in some. And the bosses are in order, I believe. King Ghidorah, Mecha Godzilla, who starts out as Godzilla, Biollante, Batra, Mecha King Ghidorah, and then Bagan. Once you defeat Mecha King Ghidorah, you think the game's over. Oh, happiness is a warm gun. Anyways, yeah, you are very happy that the game's over, that you beat it. But then, next thing you know, this thing comes out of nowhere and destroys everything. Then you have to go find it, and you find out it's Bagan, who is unstoppable. He will annihilate you. He will blow you to bits if you even try to hit him. It's impossible to beat him as Godzilla. That's why the game's called Super Godzilla. You have to turn into Super Godzilla in order to beat him, which makes for a pretty exciting ending, because for video games, that's one of the best fights ever in a video game. I mean, it pretty much sets it up. Bagan being the hardest boss in video game history, and then you have to, evolve in order to beat him. It sets it up that way. It's pretty cool, and that's really why I like Super Godzilla. It's very fun, and in the middle there are mini-boss fights like Mothership UFOs, and then there are even enemies in there, UFOs, and then there's tanks that you gotta stomp on, and they will drain your health a little bit. But yeah, what a great game. Super Nintendo, that's why I love ya. Anyways, goodbye, YouTube. See you in the next video.